Oh, this is the start of Greenock here. That used to be the factory. The whole factory, that whole factory there, used to be Buchanan's Sweets, but now they're only half of that. They make the Highland toffee and stuff like that. I'm going to pass it shortly. But it used to be the whole factory, and now it's just a portion of it on the other side. I've built a cold room here as well, just round the corner in an ice cream factory. You find that in Scotland. There's a lot of Italians in Scotland. There's the what's Golden Group used to be in there. Used to be Buchanan's in there. You find that in Scotland. There's a lot of Italian ice cream factories and yeah. They came over during before the war. That's why you get a lot of Italians in Scotland, like Nardini's, which is a famous ice cream factory. You've got Pablo Nutini as well. He's another one. Louis Capaldi. Capaldi's an Italian name. So they came over before the war, and then during the war there was an Italian prisoner of war camp here as well. And then I don't know the exact history of it, but yeah, there's a lot of Italians came over. There's actually a village in Italy that's a Scottish village. Apparently all the men, so during the summer all the men would come here and work and then go back during the winter. So there's a village in Scotland, a village in Italy that's basically a Scottish village. They reckon probably 80% of the population is Scottish. That's why you get a lot of Italians in Scotland. They opened like cafes, ice cream factories, stuff like that. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But it can be kind of confusion, because I know somebody who was told that their parent or their father was Italian, and they done the genealogy thing, and it came back that they didn't have any Italian in them, but that's because obviously the Italian genes have been polluted over the years. Maybe a bad word, polluted, but you know what I mean. It's kind of been diluted, sorry, over the years. Because obviously the Italians would come over here, work, they'd bring their sons maybe 16, 17, 18, into their 20s. They would meet a nice Scottish girlfriend and wife and either stay here or take them back and then have children, and then their children would just come over and do the exact same thing. So the Italian genes had been diluted quite a bit, And they reckon as well, they reckon that village, I can't even remember the name of the village in Italy, they reckon that's where probably majority of the Italians came from, was that village. So I'm going to go over and visit my mum from here, over the back roads through Paisley. Yeah, definitely needs a new back brake, I think. Pads are kind of getting thin at the back, so I'm trying to use a lot more front brake than back. This used to be quite a popular area as well, with building ships. Oh, that's shut. Yeah. There's only one shipyard here now. That Tesco there used to be a Safeway. Yeah, that Tesco there used to be a Safeway. And how I know that is because I was part of the team that converted it from a Safeway to a Tesco's. Safeways was amazing. I miss Safeways. Safeways was the first supermarket in Britain to have a cafe, and then every other supermarket after that kind of did it as well. They were the first supermarket you could go in and get a full breakfast for a couple of quid, and it was really nice. Yeah, miss Safeways. Safeways was good. They're the first supermarket in Britain as well to do the rotisserie chickens. Some useless information. I know this because I worked in the refrigeration industry for so many years. So yeah, Morrison's as well. Morrison's. I remember when Morrison's was in Scotland anyway. It was a really small supermarket. A lot of the bigger chains like Morrison's, Safeways, and Morrison's, Sainsbury's, and Tesco's bought the Safeways supermarkets. There used to be Gateway as well. The Gateway, Safeway, before you had all these big, before you had all like the big Tesco superstores and stuff like that, Safeways and Gateways done it first. But yeah, I used to love Safeways when I worked in, because when I started doing refrigeration, Safeways was still a thing. Safeways was still a thing. Put a cold room in there as well. At Starbucks. Yes, I've been in the refrigeration industry since I came out of the army. I was 21. Yeah. So I came out of the army at 21, started the refrigeration. That's a nice BM, I like them. So Safeways was still a big thing. So I used to go there. I used to do the refrigerator before I did cold stores. I did refrigeration cabinets. So that when you get into a supermarket, where all your produce is, milk, stuff like that, they have cabinets that have got your milks and stuff like that. I used to make them, and then I started installing them. Yeah. So we used to go in at night and do it, and I used to go in at night and take out the old ones, put in the new ones, or refurb them or whatever. And they used to have the cafe that Safeway used to have, and a lot of the other supermarkets copied it. Was so you'd have the staff kitchen in one. I don't know what happened there. My camera decided not to work. Well, YouTube Buster here from Ayrshire Adventure Biker. I keep forgetting that Ayrshire bit. So I was talking there, I don't know if I filmed it, but I was talking about what I do for a job. I don't know if the camera kind of split. So I came out of the army when I was 21. I was in the King's Own Scottish Borderers. Went in there from basically school, 16 and 9 months. I came out when I was 21. I actually left the army the day of 9/11. I get medically discharged, and when I officially left was the day of 9/11. Which was quite a strange one. So yeah, so when I came out of there, I worked for a company called Husband, done refrigeration cabinets. Why that came up, I was talking about there was a Tesco's back there in Greenock. There used to be a Safeway. So Safeway was in Scotland anyway. I don't know about England, but Scotland, Safeway was the big supermarket. They were the first ones in Scotland to have like a proper big supermarket, like a Tesco Extra or something like that. And they used to do breakfasts, so they were the first big supermarket that had a cafe. And how I know that is because the company I work for converted that Safeway into Tesco's. So everybody knows big supermarkets like that, Tesco's. Well, Safeway was like that before Tesco's was. So yeah. So Safeway was like that before Tesco was. And I used to love doing night shifts because we'd have like the customer dining area, then the kitchen, and then the staff dining area. And you used to get a card that you could fill up with money, and you would get you'd be able to get like a dinner or a breakfast for like £1.50. And Safeway breakfasts were amazing, because obviously they just bought they got the sausages, bacon, eggs and all that off the supermarket for like cost price, and then they could sell it to you for cheaper. Done that because she's doing my nutting, because she's too busy talking to whoever she's in the passenger way or on the phone. So yeah, you used to be able to get a nice breakfast like for £1.50. Nice. Yeah, Yeah, so when Safeways, when Safeways kind of gave up the ghosts because obviously Tesco's, Morrison's, and stuff like that were kind of beating them. They sold all their supermarkets to like Tesco's and Morrison's and Safeways and stuff. Sainsbury's. I'm going up that hill. It's confusing that. So yeah, we did all the company I worked for did all the refrigeration. I used to do the refrigeration cabinets before the cold stores. Lovely. Yeah, it was some good times back then. So I did the refrigeration cabinets, so the places that you did you got your mill. I don't know if I've said this before because I can't remember if my camera's switched off or not. So where you get your milk and vegetables and stuff like that through in a supermarket, they big shelving, refrigeration cabinets. What is it with people today? Yeah, I used to refurb them and reinstall them and stuff. Waving at me, I don't even know who that is. So yeah, good times. Just do night shifts and get breakfast. They used to actually put if they knew there was that big refurb work happening, there was a lot of workmen in, they would actually put a chef in the kitchen and make you lunch and dinner and stuff. It was good. Construction place in Paisley. Really good company. And this is the road they bring you down. They take you for your lessons and stuff. I've explained my licence situation before, where I got my bike licence in the army, then I lost it, and well, I came off my licence. And I basically spoke to a lawyer about it. Even though I had proof for the police officer that had stopped me the week before, they gave me 3 points. And I had a letter from the army saying that I didn't have my bike licence. The lawyer said, you're basically, they'll never admit they're wrong, they're the DVLA, you'll never win, do your licence again, you'll be cheaper. I did a block lesson in a week. Passed my test, sent my licence away, and it came back with the date that I passed it originally in 1997. So yeah, that was a pointless exercise. But so when I had to do that week block lesson, this is the road that used to take me along about, and because, believe it or not, the guy who taught me was in my regiment in the army, and came out and became a fireman. So he knew I had my licence and he knew I could ride bikes. So he used basically say to me, right, you're just here as a formality, so on you go. So he used to just give you the bike, and I used to just go in front of them and ride the bike. He just tell me, he's like, alright, if you get to a certain point, stop, and then we'll catch up with you. And yeah, it was fun. As in, even some points he was even actually getting me to teach people how to do how to ride bikes. Yeah, it was fun. It was £750 that I didn't have to spend, but I actually quite enjoyed that week because I took the week off work and just spent the week riding about on a bike. Yeah, it was quite fun. It was quite fun. I can't believe it was actually warmer last night than it is today. It's strange. So yeah, fun and games. Because I've rode mostly, I've rode street bikes like Fireblades. I've had a Fireblade, a ZX7, ZX9, ZX6. I've had Honda CB 750s, I've had Honda CBR 600s. So I've rode mostly all street bikes. I'm trying to get myself into doing riding this like an actual adventure bike and not a street bike, because I do find myself sometimes riding this like a sports bike. To get out of the habit of that. So the plan is Budapest this year. Well, obviously 4 weeks or something, whatever it is. Going to Budapest. Next year, depending on my two mates, if they get bikes or not, then we might be going to Luxembourg. If not, I've kind of suggested to my brother to do the ABR. Because I'll not be doing much travelling next year, I don't think. Unless I win the lottery. I don't see me doing too much travelling because I'm going to Florida in October. So, plus I want to get this off the road and get it fixed. Because next year is its first MOT. So I want to get it off road, fix the dent in the tank, sort out all the rust on the frame. Because I love this bike. This bike is a really nice bike, I love it. But Honda being Honda, the engines outlast the frames. So realistically, I want to try and get this off the road next year. And get the tank fixed. Get away. I might have a set of wheels coming for it. Another set of wheels, black tubed wheels for it. I'm going to look into getting maybe even the replacement tank. I don't know what I'm going to do with this actually. The main thing I'm going to do is get it stripped, and then I'm going to get the paint, the frame addressed, all the rust spots. I think I'm going to get it sandblasted and re-powder coated. I think. So I'm going to look at how I'm going to repair the panels and tank and stuff like that, and see what options I've got before I decide to what colour I'm going to repaint the tank. So because if I go for the, I can never pronounce it, Acreos or something it's called. They do a hard ABS replacement tank, so it's like a big massive off-road tank, like a crosser type thing. It's got a breather pipe and all that. If they do the tank for this, because I know they do it for the 1100L, but I don't know if it's the Adventure Sport one. It's a 25 litre tank, which I think this is what this is. So I'll confirm that. I'm going to, if I get that, then this bike's colour is going to change. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it to basically black and gold. I'll still get this tank repaired, so it's back to without a dent in it. I'll keep all the side panels, but I'll get new side panels for it, and I'll get it black. I'm going to change the rear end. I think I'm going to change the rear end of the bike as well. I'm going to basically change it into more of an off-road bike. And then what I might do is, if I do it with this, change this to more of an off-road bike, I might buy an accident damaged one in the same year and use the parts I took off this to rebuild the accident damaged one. So I'll have two. I'll have one that's mainly just for touring if I'm not going to go off-road, which will be the red, white and blue one. It'll have all the panniers, everything else. Off of this, we'll go on that. It'll be red, white and blue, basically like this but original. It'll have the gold wheels, road tyres, set up just for touring. That's it, that's all we're doing. No off-road, no green laning, just road touring, just for tune-up miles on tarmac. And then this one will become the off-road one, which would still be touring. So for like I was going to Luxembourg, I would take this with the Mitas tyres on it, slimmed down with the aftermarket tank, change the back end, and just be totally aggressive with it. make it totally aggressive, so it's like a proper off-road bike, get it remapped. I would put the off-road can on it, or not off-road, but a louder can and stuff like that, and it would just be a proper off-road. Still be able to go 2 miles up on it, but yeah, make it so it's proper, like a proper off-road bike. And I wouldn't have the hard panels on this. I would have maybe Krieger soft panels on this. I've seen the soft panels that are like the strap to the side of the bike, so they act like cushions as well, so you strap it to the basically the tail end of the bike. Yeah, I think maybe because I would swap the back end off this from the Adventure Sport back end to the just the standard Africa Twin back end, so you see more of the frame, more of the subframe. Yeah, just make this more aggressive. Maybe even change out the tyres. Yeah, if I'm going to buy another one of these, second hand one, because by the time I do that next year, this is going to be, this is 2022, so this is 2024, next year 2025, it's going to be a 3-year-old bike, so you're going to get one at a decent price. So if I do that, I'll get the one with the electronic suspension, and that will be my touring bike. And because this has got the manual suspension, this will be the off-road one. That's my plan. Don't know if it's going to work out like that, but yeah. Because I've always fancied, there's a company called the Africa Queen, and they do the rally spec for the original Africa Twin, the 1000 one. I keep seeing the original, but it's not the original. The original one was 750, but the 1000 one. But I want to do it with this. I think this would look cool with the accurate Acebus, I think that's the name of the company, Acebus tank, new side panels, new back end, all matte black suspension. There was a guy selling suspension for this, one of these, two of them, two lots of suspension, a set of wheels, an Acebus tank for 1200 quid. So yeah, change this into the proper off-road one, and then have a road version. I don't know, see, just thinking out loud, I think. Yeah, just thinking out loud, I think that would be, I'd love to do that. There's loads of stuff I'd love to do, bike wise. Loads of stuff. Keep having there's stuff that I don't want to say it out loud, because if I say it out loud, somebody might get the idea who's got the money to do it and end up doing it before me. But there's a bike that I want. Honda don't actually make it, so then I would have to build it, and I know the bike that I would use to build it. So yeah, I'd love to do it. There's loads of stuff I want to do bike wise, and I know I can do it, I just don't have the money to do it. Yeah, I'm just properly get another one of these out, bog standard, road wheels on it.